Alrighty, solution time. Hope everyone's having a hell of a start to their week. Hope you're out there crushing it. Alright, so right here, we see that this king is on the H file. He's got two rooks on the G file. And that rook on G6, as I just showed you, protects the pawn on H6, which is only defended once by that rook. Now the queen attacks that pawn, and if the queen captures, well, don't forget that there's this pawn on F6 that controls G7, right? So after they capture my queen, when my rook on H3 captures, and again, don't forget about the rook on G1 too. When my rook captures on H6, it is check and mate. Game over. Really nice little checkmate here. Queen sacrifice. Remember, the values of the pieces change as the position evolves. And so if we're going to sacrifice our queen and get a win, we'll do it in a heartbeat. No problem at all. All right, that's puzzle 1. Puzzle 2 is next. Congratulations if you got puzzles 1 and 2. If you had a little trouble with them, that's okay. Right here we can see that there's a black rook that's given a check, and it's protected by the other rook on G8, and it's also protected by the bishop on C6. Don't forget to check your line pieces, right? Where their lines cross, you've got some power there. It's something worth checking out. So right here, after exchanges, the king runs away, and he's really out of harm's way here. The pawn could check him, doesn't do much. The rook could go to G3, but gets captured by the pawn, and the game will soon be over. Down too much material about to be mated. What to do? It's a lost position, but you can always hope that, I don't know, like the fella gets up, leaves the board for 15 minutes, and gets forfeited the game. That actually happened to a friend of mine once. They had to force checkmate on the board because the TD at the local event was friends with the person that was losing the game, and he got up and went and had a smoke, and he came back, and they said he was away from the board for 15 minutes. Bogus, I know. Right here, here's a nice little forced checkmate. You see the queen went to H6, cut off that king, forces him there, and the back rank's weak, and his back rank checkmate, the queen on F8. And what else have we got here? Well, it's all over but the shouting. There's nothing else to be said, really. Well, let's take a look at a few more things here. Obviously, the pawn was attacking G7, so that didn't really help him. If he tries to run with that king, he's just on the run, and we've got checks, we've got forcing moves. Maybe we just cut him off, though, right? We prevent him from getting away. And, like one checkmating idea would be the rook G3, rook takes, pawn takes, and then queen to G7. It's checkmate. It's game over. Now, if they push the pawn to C4 to try and create a line for the queen to check our king, we can just block that with our own pawn going to D4. There's no surprises there. If the rook comes back to G6, well, we can pin it to the king, so it can't really capture our queen. Not a big deal. And like I said, it'll be soon over. That king can't go anywhere. There's the back rank checkmate. The rook could go to G8. We take the rook. It's game over. What else is there here? Let's see. Well, if he takes, then like I said before, we just take back. The queen's going to get him on G7. So yeah, that is an interesting position right there. Now, if the guy's doing like J.S. Bach and having a tantrum and giving up the piece to delay the checkmate as long as possible, we know that we've we've cinched it. You know, the game isn't long for the world. Yeah, this is just really interesting. There's really nothing that can be done here. I mean, your king just sidesteps. I mean, like I said, the pawn check doesn't do anything, and the king just takes, and there's no more checks. There's nothing to be done here. So this is a totally lost position, and what a wonderful, wonderful way to win the game. Just total control, crushing it. All right, thanks for joining me. Have a great week, everyone. Stay healthy, be well. Peace out.